live. Oh, original song by the Apefather. Come on, middle of the night. Let's take it from the top. Late at night, I'm fooling down, thinking about how much I want out of this place. Never changes. It's my home, feeling like I am a stranger. Packed my bags and drove away in the middle of the night. Destination is unknown, but I'm better off alone. Tomorrow they'll try to make you come back home. Now I finally seen the light. Don't wanna run away in the middle of the night. Don't get me involved. Your life's a puzzle that I know I can't solve. You choose your misery. Always blame me for your problems constantly. Packed my bags and drove away in the middle of the night. Destination is unknown, but I'm better off alone. Tomorrow they'll try to make you come back home. Now I finally seen the light. Don't wanna run away in the middle of the night. Wow. Guitar. Packed my bags and drove away in the middle of the night. Destination is unknown, but I'm better off alone. Tomorrow they'll try to make you come back home. Now I finally seen the light. Don't wanna run away in the middle of the night. Middle of the night, yeah. Oh, so a lot of people have been talking about DJT. What's up there? Thank you, Justine. Thank you. And, I'm not trying to get political here, but if you believe that Donald Trump is going to win in November 5th, to become the 47th president of the United States of America, then you should be happy if the price of DJT drops, right? Shouldn't you be happy? It's kind of like a gift. Again, it's not financial advice. I'm not a financial planner. But if you believe he's going to win, DJT has the potential to shoot all the way up to the heavens. This thing could be like the next HKD. Forget about it. What's up there? What's up there, Roger? So I wrote a song. Again, I'm not trying to be political. I'm not, I believe in Trump. Roger believes in Trump. But if you don't, it's your prerogative, baby. It's like Bobby Brown. It's my prerogative, but I want to make America great again. So I'm trying to promote the song I wrote. It's called The Fist in the Air. Donald J. Trump, V for Victory. Never Stop Fighting song. Let's do it. It's an instrumental by the Apefather, Richie Lavoie. V victory. Oh, Rocky Balboa style. Oh. V for victory. Oh. What's this? That's the Donald J. Trump V for Victory song. I wrote it. It's Fist in the Air, baby. Never Stop Fighting song. I also wrote a song. Thank you, Justine. I also wrote a song called Ambition / The American Dream. Because I want all of us to win in life, baby. Let's do that one real quick. don't you just make a record? You're a multimillionaire, right? For you, it's peanuts. Antonio Miranda, the ball breaker. You're reporting me for a copyright violation. Well, I wrote all those songs. So is it a copyright violation against myself? I wrote every song that you just heard. This guy, Bach. Trump, baby. What's up there, David? Thank you, Hulk Hogan. What's up there? You're reporting the guy who says he's reporting me? Thank you. Take your time. I appreciate that. Listen, Antonio, what you don't understand is it's not just about making a record. I'm going to answer the question. It's about getting exposure. So yes, recording a record is very easy for me. I've done it a lot of times. I have in my closet right now. Like I'll show you really quick here. Okay, I have a whole bunch of CDs I recorded over the years, professional quality, everything. I'll show you. My closet's a complete mess right now. Hold on here. If you look in there, hold on, Antonio. Hold on. You see, like if you look in there, besides a monkey here, Curious George, ahoo! I got a whole bunch of CDs, forget about it, all over the place. I recorded it. Say right here, look at all these CDs. Okay? I got a whole bunch of things here. Forget about it. Okay? So Antonio, it's not a question of recording CDs. Okay, it's not a question of going to the studio and spending all this money that you just said. It's a question of exposure. What's up, Slay? It is a question of exposure. So that's why I'm doing this. Billy Joel said it all the best. Billy Joel said it's all about the performance. It's about, getting out there and getting exposure. That's what I'm doing. You see, I hate to disagree with you, Antonio, because sometimes you do make. I have to say you make good points sometimes. Slay, I saw you a couple of times in the past. I remember you, brother. It's not about recording CDs, brother. It's about, what I'm doing is the hard part. The easy part, Antonio, is just making a CD and then letting it gather dust. Okay, what I'm doing is actually the hard part. Investing is in performance, brother. Okay, Antonio, you're going to notice that the more lives I do, the more subscriptions I'm going to get. He'll notice. But anyway, I'm going to do one more quick song, and then we're going to take a little break, and we're going to talk. We'll talk about DJT. We'll talk about Trump. But right now, I'm going to do Runaway by Apefather. All these years passed by, nothing's changed. Still the same man I was yesterday. I got my dreams and I got my doubts. Tired of this place, I need out. I wanna run away to a place where I can't feel all this empty space. Run away without a trace. I gotta run away to a place where I can't feel all this empty space. Run away without a trace. Sometimes I feel like I'm wasting time. I'm not sure, just can't make up my mind. The only thing that makes me feel happy is the furthest thing away from me. It's so far from me. I gotta run away to a place where I can't feel all this empty space. Run away without a trace. I gotta run away to a place where I can't feel all this empty space. Run away without a trace. I just need some time to think can't change. Can't you see who I am? Piano, baby. Run away to a place where I can't feel all this empty space. Run away without a trace. I gotta run away to a place where I can't feel all this empty space. Run away without a trace. Run away. I'll take a little break. We'll talk a little bit. Oh, how you doing? Thank you, Slay. Thank you. Take your time. That's really what the Apefather is going to eventually do. Is I got to get my music well known, baby. I want to tour all around the country, all around the world. It's going to happen soon. I'm going to shock all these haters. They're going to see the Apefather on tour. And then they're going to be like, oh, shit. I knew Apefather before he was famous. I know what you're all thinking. You're like, you're hairy, you're old. You're never too old to pursue and follow your dreams. Remember that. All of you remember that. No matter how old you get, you could still pursue your dreams. And that's really, in a way, I think that's inspirational. I think a lot of people, once they get like, kind of like, old, like they get in their mid to late 40s, they start thinking, that's it. It's all over for me. It's all she wrote. I don't feel that way. I don't feel that way, especially with music, People write their greatest music sometimes later in their lives. The older they get, believe it or not, the better they get. Salud, Jindani. So anyway, look, let's talk a little bit about DJT. I know a lot of people are freaking out because I see it in the comments. They're like, Apefather, what the F is going on with DJT? This friggin' thing looks like it's going to go below 20. Look, again, I don't want to repeat the same shit, but it bears repeating. If you believe Trump is going to win, see, look, I got to be careful what I say because I don't want to come across like I'm giving financial advice. Understand, don't listen to me. Understand, I'm just an entertainer. That's it. I'm here to entertain. You got to do your own homework and you got to do your own due diligence. So what I'm saying is subject to just my opinion and for entertainment purposes only. Subject to my opinion. That's it. If you believe that Donald Trump is going to win, in a way, you want the prices to go as low as possible, right? Because it's like, why would you want to pay a high price for something, right? It's the same thing with anything. If I told you that you could get a porterhouse steak, it's on sale, but I'm talking like the best meat, forget about it. I'm talking Peter Luger, baby. Peter Luger's having, let's say, a big celebration, a big party, and a steak that normally costs like $90 is going to cost you $10. Are you going to complain? I'm talking it's the same steak, nothing different, cooked to perfection, cooked medium, very juicy. Like it's like butter in your mouth, baby. You love it. It tastes delicious. But you're going to pay $10 for it. You're going to complain when it normally costs 90. You understand what I'm trying to say? That's the way I look at DJT. That's it. I look at it. I don't give a shit if this thing goes. Look, I started talking about DWAC when it was 16. People forget this. I was talking. Everybody gave up on Trump at this point. There was a point, believe it or not, where everybody thought Trump was finished, like he was going to jail. They were like, this guy's finished. He's not going to have enough money to pay Letitia James, with that whole, crazy friggin' lawsuit where she claimed that Trump was, exaggerating his net worth to get favorable terms from the insurance companies, from the banks. And she proposed a lawsuit and they won, where Trump was liable for $460 million. And at that point, this was before the appellate courts reduced it to 170. People gave up on Trump at this point. When I was talking about DWAC, literally people gave up on Trump. They're like, besides all these financial burdens he's going to have, civil, criminal. They're like, this guy's never going to win the presidency. He's never going to be the Republican nominee. At that point, they were thinking Ron DeSantis was going to be the winner. That's what everybody was thinking at that point, you know. And they were all telling me, "Hey, Father, you're a psycho. Why are you talking about DJT?" And then, we saw that one time where it shot up to $80 a share. Okay, right when the hype started, the merger started, and DeSantis dropped out of the race. Forget about it. Gabish. Anyway, DWAC at one point was Teddy's main play. I admit it to you. But Teddy dropped it. Teddy dropped it. When you drop something, it's called lost and found, Antonio. You understand? Teddy, for whatever the reason is, I don't know what the reason is, he dropped it. He started talking about all those Hong Kong plays, and then Teddy disappeared. I guess he was focusing on his gym. He did do YouTube videos for the longest time. See, I have to kind of give credit to me. You can't give credit to Teddy because Teddy disappeared with it. Now Teddy's back, but he's back kind of after the fact. But anyway, Ballbreaker, if you're listening to me, you'll understand what I'm trying to say, which obviously you don't listen, Ballbreaker. You don't listen. Credit for what? I talked about DWAC at freaking 14, I think it was 14. $14 a share. What are you talking about? Antonio, are you nuts? Antonio, did you fall off a tree? Did you bang your head? It went to 80. It went to 80. Now, listen, let me explain something to you. Okay, for all the people that are breaking my balls over this, I'm going to say it one more time again. Listen to me, ball breaker. I'm talking to you. If you believe that Donald J. Trump is going to be the 47th president of the United States of America, and he's going to win November 5th, then you want DJT to go lower than 20. Listen to me. You want DJT to go potentially into the single digits. You want DJT to go below 10 if possible. Forget 20. You want it to go below 10, okay? Because, again, it's the analogy I just gave of that delicious Peter Luger porterhouse steak. Why would you want a steak that normally costs, say, $100 or $120, right, when you could get it for $10? We're having a big, whatever, Labor Day sale. This is not real. I'm just making this up because people are going to really believe it. People are going to be like, holy cow. Can I go to Peter Luger for Labor Day and get like a $10 porterhouse steak? No, you can't. This is entertainment purposes only. But let's just say they're running a big Labor Day sale and the steak that normally costs $120, you could get it for, say, $10. You understand? Okay. You wouldn't run there. You wouldn't jump on that. You wouldn't hack to that shit. Hack to. You would, right? I love you, Angie. But you see, Antonio, I don't know if it's just, like I said, you fell off a tree. I don't know if a car maybe banged into you. Maybe it was a Mack truck. Okay, we're talking about if Trump wins. Antonio, are you listening to me? Are you following the conversation? Because I don't think you are. Okay. In other words, all of you, here's what you're doing. You're talking about the current price of DJT as of today. As of today, it sucks. I admit it to you. But as Warren Buffett always says, the famous Warren Buffett quote, be greedy when others are fearful. Be greedy when others are fearful, right? You want DJT to go to the friggin' bottom of the ocean with Luca Brasi. I mean, I know I do. Oh, that cap just went. Here it is. You want it to go to the bottom of the ocean. Because again, why would you want to pay $120 for a juicy steak when you could pay 10? Okay. So in all honesty and fairness, I wouldn't mind if this thing goes all the way down past it could go to the bottom of the ocean. It could go to like $9, $8. I wouldn't give a shit. All of you are gonna be laughing, but the people who are gonna have the final laugh is if Donald Trump wins. That's the people who are gonna have the final laugh. Those are the people who are gonna be laughing to the bank. Okay, Trump wins. See, you wonder what it is. A lot of people are focusing on a lot of different plays. I'm not. My focus is really DJT, especially from now until November, because I mean I don't think any of you understand how much Trump went through. to get to where he is. I don't think you understand. There's a guy who was impeached, indicted. You're talking about criminal, civil friggin' cases. He's the first ex-president who's a felon who was charged 34 counts. This is a guy with the Michael Cohen, Stormy Daniels, the falsified business records. This is a guy who had an assassination attempt, and he's still going. You're talking history has been made at least a dozen times here. Historic events, and you know it's going to be the biggest historic event if he wins, because I mean he's going to be the first, technically, what I guess you could say, felon. He's going to be the first felon president. You don't think this is historic? I do, and I believe it will have a major effect on DJT. Angie gives the best table showers, baby. Forget about it. Forget about it. But ball breaker, look, this is a different situation. Listen, if this was any other stock, if this was like an AMC, I would actually agree with ball breaker. You want to hear the thing? If this was any other stock, if this was any other play, I would tell people we're all football right now. We're football. What's effed up beyond all recognition. But you see, I guess Ballbreaker just doesn't have the intellect, the IQ to understand that we're right next to November here. I mean, he just doesn't get it. We're entering September. So you got September, October, November. We're just a couple of months away here from history. We're a couple of months away from history, from a historic possible event. Okay, the greatest political comeback in history here. He lost to Biden, which I don't believe that shit, but whatever, we'll say it's alleged. He won Biden, I guess, fair and square, right? But he lost to Biden. Now you have a major comeback, the biggest comeback in political history. You have to understand, you don't see this often. You don't see someone who loses and then comes back and wins a second term. Everything Trump is doing, that's what I'm trying to make everybody understand. Everything Trump is doing is historic. It's historic. So I believe that if he wins in November 5th, I believe it's going to be historic for DJT. Like I said, I was the first person who started saying things like this. DJT could be the next HKD. Now, again, all you haters out there that are shaking in your boots, having a complete nervous breakdown, a complete nervous meltdown, I am not giving financial advice. Once again, I don't know how many more times I have to say this. I am not a financial planner. I am not giving financial advice. It is for entertainment purposes only. I am not giving political advice, okay? Vote for whoever you want to vote for. That's it. Listen, because I am a cheerleader and I support Donald J. Trump, doesn't mean you have to. Just because I am a cheerleader and I support DJT, doesn't mean you have to. Okay, so that's it. That's all. I mean, is there any other questions, baby? I do believe AMC and GameStop are also going to benefit, by the way, from a Trump victory. I believe that AMC and GameStop are going to benefit in a very, very huge way from a Trump victory. And I believe the shorts are going to get destroyed. Okay, I got to start making more videos on that. Thank you, Slay. I gotta start making more videos on that. And I've touched on it a few times. Like I know Antonio touched on crypto. He was telling me, I'll give him credit. I'll give Antonio credit. Antonio's always been pro crypto, Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, and he was right. Trump speaking at the Bitcoin conference and explained to everyone very clearly that he is pro cryptocurrency. He is pro Bitcoin, pro Ethereum, pro cryptocurrency. And the thing is that I do believe cryptocurrency will benefit in a major way from a Trump victory. I believe XRP, I believe Bitcoin, I believe Ethereum, I believe all crypto will benefit from a Trump victory. But what's not being talked about a lot is, besides, we're always talking about DJT, there's a lot of other stocks like Rumble. Here's another example. I think Rumble is going to benefit in a very, very huge way. Rumble, okay, the stock Rumble from a Trump victory. Again, it's not financial advice. This is all subject to my opinion. I'm not giving financial advice. But, another thing I think that's going to benefit is AMC and GameStop. And I'll tell you the reason why. Trump vowed to fire Gary Gensler on day one. And I think once Gensler goes and once Gensler hits the road jack, I think a lot of shit's going to happen. Something is telling me, I have this gut instinct. I think that it's all good. It's like going to be like a chain reaction of a lot of meme stocks. It's going to be like this chain reaction. You're going to see DJT go very high. AMC is going to wake up. It's going to be like, forget about it. It's going to be like on fire, baby. It's going to go nuts. GameStop's going to go nuts. Rumble's going to go nuts. And I even believe cryptocurrency. So that's why a lot of people, they're only talking about DJT, but I actually feel there's going to be a lot of benefits to a Trump victory. Let's see what happens, Vladimir. And Vladimir, when it happens, right? When it all happens, let's see what Vladimir has to say at that point. Let's see what Vladimir has to say. Now, all of you understand Apefather cannot keep doing these long live streams because I got to start doing a lot more live streams. All right. I got to start doing a lot more live streams. Yep. Great team. OG. OG. You got it, baby. All of them is a great team. Gabbard, JD Vance, Musk, Kennedy, Vivek Ramaswamy, Daniel, solid team, man. So that's basically it. Well, let me tell you something. If anybody can stand up against Ken Griffin, it's Donald Trump. Okay, Donald Trump could make the stand. Let's see what happens, Antonio. It might even be bigger than Volkswagen. Let's see what happens. But like I said, you understand it's all subject to a Trump victory, right? Like I want to be crystal clear here. It is subject to a Trump victory. If Trump loses, and I actually want to be clear on this, for whatever reason, if Donald Trump loses and Kamala Harris comes in, I think DJT will go to zero. So I've always called it a Russian roulette play. I've always called it a Russian roulette play. I mean, I've been saying it since the beginning. Since day one that I've been talking about DWAG before the merger, now it's DJT. I called it a Russian roulette play. Okay, that's it. I didn't hold back in any way, shape, or form. I explained to all of my viewers that I feel you're playing Russian roulette. That's it, because if Trump loses, oh my God, DJT's finished. And you don't think I know this? Of course I know this, okay? Luigi. I occasionally watch the Common Sense Investor. I was more or less into him really big with AMC. Now I don't really watch him that much. I mean, occasionally I'll stop by his shadow, but no, I don't really watch him that much anymore. It was just the AMC thing. And you know what the funny thing is? I want to keep reiterating to all of you, I don't think the AMC thing is done yet. You know what's funny? Everybody gave up on AMC. Everybody gave up, on GameStop. They just, after that whole Roaring Kitty thing, everybody was so psyched up. They had that beautiful run, GameStop to 80. But now that everybody, I noticed everybody calmed down. They calmed down with GameStop. They calmed down with AMC. But what you don't understand, what's up, Ryan, is a Trump victory. A Trump victory could be huge for AMC. A Trump victory could be huge for GameStop, as well as all the other things I just mentioned. But again, not financial advice. You have to understand something, bull breaker. Trump is losing billions on paper right now. Listen to me. Trump is losing, right as of right now. Okay, Trump is losing billions, and there's a lot of speculation that he's going to sell all or most of his DJT stock, come September. It's coming up. We're right here. And whatever Ken Griffin is giving him, it is certainly not more than what he's losing on paper. So believe me, Donald Trump's biggest concern is not Ken Griffin. Donald Trump's biggest concern is there alleged, I'll say it's alleged, stock manipulation going on at DJT. That's what Trump wants to know. Because again, what do you think Ken is giving him? Look, Elon, I think, was giving him $45 million a month. I don't know if he's continuing that. I don't know. But what do you think? What possible amount can Ken Griffin be giving Trump? The guy's losing with DJT. He has over 100 million shares. He's losing billions and billions of dollars on paper. So believe me, what do you think his priority is, ball breaker? You think his priority is the small little peanuts that Ken Griffin is throwing his way, or the multi billions and billions of dollars he's losing on paper from DJT? You know, at one point his stake in DJT, I think, was worth something like $6 billion or something. As of today, it's 2 billion, I think. You know what I mean? So the guy lost like 4 bill. That's big money, man. Imagine $4 billion you're losing on paper. That's a lot of effing fazools. You're not talking small fazools here. $4 billion. That's a friggin' sick amount of money. I wouldn't be happy. Apefather would be freaking out. I understand that, ball breaker, but you're not listening to what I'm saying. At one point, his stake was like $6 billion. So if he sells it now, it's 2 billion. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's still a lot of money. I mean, look, I don't think Trump is going to be complaining to get a free $2 billion. He didn't really put anybody into this thing. He let this name. He's walking away a winner. He's walking. No, but the point I'm trying to make to you is you're bringing up Ken Griffin, right? You're bringing up Ken Griffin being a Trump donor. How much money you think that Ken Griffin is giving him, okay, versus the money he's losing on paper? The guy's losing like $4 billion. So my point to you is what Trump's priority is, in my opinion, is when, first of all, if and when he becomes president, he's going to fire Gary Gensler. That's day one. He already instructed Devin Nunes to open up, an investigation. And believe me, when he's going to be the president, he's really going to dissect the stock market big time to see if there's any stock manipulation going on, whatever. We'll see what happens, okay? But I believe there's going to be a lot of like catalyst, happening. The biggest catalyst if Trump wins. That's the big catalyst for DJT. If Trump is victorious and becomes the 47th president, then after he's president, I have a feeling there's going to be more catalysts. Okay, because I believe there's a lot of stuff he's got. Look, the Trump always says he's got to drain the swamp. There's a lot of friggin' disgusting, creatures in Wall Street that need to come to justice. Okay, we've seen it with AMC, we've seen it with so many places, and there's a lot of shit that needs to come clean. Clean, baby. Antonio, once again, every time Apefather does a live stream, Apefather does a short video, Apefather does a video over a minute, it's progress. You're going to understand all of this one day, Antonio, because we're going to me and Antonio, we're going to meet one day, and we're going to sit down and we're going to compare each other's portfolios. That's what's going to happen one day. So I would say, Antonio, you're worth 10 million, right? That's what I would tell him. And he'd say, no, I'm still waiting. I'm not worth 10 million yet. And I'm going to say, well, I'm worth 100 million. So we'll see whose strategy works better, mine or Antonio. But I'm going to run right now because, as I said, Antonio, I'm going to make you proud. You'll see. I'm going to accomplish a lot more than just bar restaurants. I'm going to accomplish a lot more. I'm not going to do these long live streams. Even this is too long. I really got to start doing shorter live streams because I have to do a lot of them. So I will be back soon. I'm going to be doing a lot. Okay, so just tune in. Apefather will be back soon. Viva Victory. Everything I said on this live stream is not financial advice. I am not a financial planner, but I am the greatest entertainer who has ever lived on planet Earth and the entire universe. The one, the only Apefather in the house, baby. I got to do a shitload of lives, so I will be back. Wow!